Hey y'all, so let's swear out this week talking about Noah and him finding favor and grace in the eyes of the Lord. Again, this is pre-law, pre-Moses, pre-Ten Commandments, and that's important for us to remember over the next course of the week, that this example of Noah is before the law. So in looking up definitions of grace and defining grace, of course, in the Greek, we read a lot more about grace in the New Testament because grace came through Jesus. And we'll read that in John chapter 1. But grace in the Greek is charis. That's the word. The Greek word is charis. And I want you to listen to the definition, what the lexicons say about grace. See if you see or hear. You're not looking at it, but see if you hear any words or phrases that stand out. Okay. Goodwill, loving kindness, favor, of the merciful kindness by which God, exerting his holy influence upon souls, turns them to Christ, keeps them, strengthens them, increases them in Christian faith, knowledge, affection, and kindles them to the exercise of Christian virtues. Now, I know that's a lot and a mouthful. I'm going to read it again. Goodwill, loving kindness, favor, of the merciful kindness by which God, exerting his holy influence upon souls, turns them to Christ, keeps, strengthens, and increases them in Christian faith, knowledge, affection, and kindles them to the exercise of the Christian virtues. Now, what phrase do you pull out of there? See if you got the same thing that I got. Loving kindness and mercy. That's Hesed in the Old Testament. A lot of times translated loving kindness, tender mercy. That grace is goodwill, loving kindness, favor, merciful kindness by God. And then it keeps us, strengthens us, increases us in Christian faith, knowledge, and affection, and kindles us. That kindling, that's fuel, right? Kindles us to exercise Christian virtues. Well, living like a Christian, those things which are necessary, which are central to the Christian faith, to being, and our world has done such a great job of just destroying the term Christian. I would rather say believers in Christ, followers of Jesus Christ. So grace kindles us, fuels us to exercise or to act like followers of Christ, to live like we are followers of Christ. Keeps, strengthens, increases, kindles. Those things are help words, enabling words. And so, looking back at Noah and the day and time in which he lived, and how long it took him to build this boat, and how difficult the task at hand was, and how he must have been ridiculed, and his children must have been ridiculed. There goes crazy Noah's kids. Bet they're gonna go, build a boat. Bet they're gonna got your hammer today? Whatever. But they were persecuted. The world thought they were crazy. Absolutely lost it. Never seen rain before. What are you doing? And God's gonna destroy the earth? Come on. But grace, favor, God showed Noah favor. It strengthened him. It kept him. It enabled him. It kindled him. He trusted the Word, and the Word gave him the ability to do what he needed to do, gave him the wisdom to do what he needed to do, and his household was saved. Noah is in the Hebrews Faith Hall of Fame. Prompted by faith, believing. Prompted by faith, being forewarned by God concerning events of which as yet there were no visible signs. Hear that, all right? By faith, being warned of God of things not seen as yet. Ooh, there's a whole nother message that he took heed and diligently and reverently constructed and prepared an ark for the deliverance of his own family. It did not matter that Noah had no visual assurance of what God had said. Side note, if you have no visual assurance of what God has said, but you've heard the voice of God, if he has spoken to you, if he has given you his word, and as of yet you've seen no visible sign, his word is enough confirmation for you to act on. His word is enough to move you to action. That's called faith. Believing what you cannot see. By faith, Noah, being warned by God concerning events of which as yet there was no visible sign, took heed and diligently and reverently constructed and prepared an ark for the deliverance of his own family. You know, Noah built the ark. His family went in the ark. And Genesis 7:16 says, "And the Lord shut him in and closed the door round about him." The Lord himself closed the door, and no man could open it. Satan couldn't get to Noah and his family. Death, destruction, couldn't touch them. What kind of ark's the Lord telling you to build? What's he asked you to have faith for? What has he showed you? What has he said to you? And it sounds crazy. You know that it's going to cost you reputation. It's going to gain ridicule and persecution from people who, to be quite honest, are of an evil generation, just like in Noah's day. Whatever the word is, I promise you, it's enough for you to move to action if you have his word on it. And let him do his job. Let the Lord shut you in. Let him be your guard. Doesn't matter how crazy the task is. If the Lord's asked you to do it, there's purpose behind it. And not only is there purpose behind it, but there's grace and favor for you to accomplish what he's asked you to do. All right, I'll see y'all in the morning. Bye.